Time is very short and it's of essence, and I hope I can leave a lasting message. A lover once expressing his affection to his beloved said, "Layta al-kawakibu tadnu." I wish the stars of the heavens could fall in my lap, فَأَنظُمُهَا, and then I could string it together, and I could garland you, O my beloved, giving you the stars of the entire galaxy. I really wish I could put together and encapsulate for you all the beautiful wisdom that has been captured in Quran and Hadith and the Sunnah and present it before you. But I thought I would share with you one poem of Imam Shafi rahimahullah, which I found very encompassing and very broad in its general approach. So he says, and I will run through it briefly, دَعِ الْأَيَّامَ تَفْعَلُ مَا تَشَاءُ وَطِبْ نَفْسًا إِذَا حَكَمَ الْقَضَاءُ. That the world is under the command of Allah. At times it will present before you its beauty, its lushful gardens, its wonderful rain, and equally at times it will show you its might, its strength, its tsunamis, its catastrophes. Leave the world to do what it has to do. It's by the command of the Almighty. وَطِبْ نَفْسًا إِذَا حَكَمَ الْقَضَاءُ. But oh you man, learn to develop the level of submission without challenging your Creator on what He has decreed for you. وَلَا تَجْزَعْ لِحَادِثَةِ اللَّيَالِ فَمَا لِحَوَادِثِ الدُّنْيَا بَقَاءُ. And occasionally when the Almighty puts a hurdle in your way, don't lose your balance, don't lose your composure, keep focused. Why? Because another poet said it very beautifully, لا تجزع إذا أعصرت يوما فقد أيسرت في الزمن الطويل ولا تغنم بربك ظن سوء فإن ربك أولى بالجميل. That when difficulty comes your way, don't start harboring negativity against your Allah and you start dwindling away from your faith. وَكُنْ رَجُلًا عَلَى الْأَهْوَالِ جَلْدًا وَشِيمَتُكَ السَّمَاحَةُ وَالْوَفَاءُ. And learn to be strong, learn to be courageous, learn to be robust when it comes to difficulties. We need to build a nation that has a level of strength and might. Somebody gave the definition of patience in the face of difficulty: to swallow something unpleasant بدون عبس, without a frown on your face. وَشِيمَتُكَ السَّمَاحَةُ وَالْوَفَاءُ. And that's pretty much what all the scholars have been echoing. And that is, adorn yourself with gentleness. Now many a times when people advocate gentleness, we equate it to becoming passive in life. So I must be gentle, that means, you know what, give me a slap on my face. No, it doesn't mean that. Somebody hurled vituperative comments and nasty remarks to the Prophet ﷺ by saying, Assalamu alayk, may death come upon you. The Prophet ﷺ responded. They say we mustn't react because react is instinctive, but rather we must respond, which is calculated and measured. And what did he say? He said, Wa alayk, same to you. So Aisha radiallahu anha was all in anger and she said, no, O Prophet of Allah, we need to do something. The Prophet ﷺ said, in a dignified way, I have responded. If they've invoked good upon me, I have invoked good upon them. And if the intentions are any otherwise, I have said the same to you. وَشِيمَتُكَ السَّمَاحَةُ وَالْوَفَاءُ وَإِنْ كَثُرَتْ عُيُوبُكَ فِي الْبَرَايَا وَسَرَّكَ أَنْ يَكُونَ لَهَا غِطَاءُ تَسَتَّرْ بِالسَّخَاءِ فَكُلُّ عَيْبٍ يُغَطِّيهِ كَمَا قِيلَ السَّخَاءُ. And if perchance your sins are many, and undoubtedly there are many, the best way through which you can veil yourself is generosity. And I must tell you, if there's anything I take back from today's event or these 3 days, is the generosity of the brothers willing to donate their kidney. For me, that is something that would live with me and will die with me, and I will echo this message wherever I travel in my humble travels. To this day, I always spoke about generosity in the context of monetary or kindness, but today, the audience today has taught me a new definition of kindness and generosity, and I'm proud to be part of such an audience. وَلَا تُرِي لِلْأَعَادِي قَدْ تُذُلًّا فَإِنَّ شَمَاتَةَ الْأَعْدَاءِ بَلَاءُ. Conduct yourself with dignity, and if you have some in-house fighting, then don't expose your dirty linen to the foe. It will only compound the crisis, one problem at home and others rejoicing over your pain. وَلَا تَرْجُ السَّمَاحَةَ مِنْ بَخِيلٍ فَمَا فِي النَّارِ لِلظَّمْآنِ مَاءُ. And don't expect anything good from a person who by his nature is a miser. You know, the Ahlul Lugha, those who dissect the Arabic language, they tell us something so beautifully. They say the word bukhl is derived of 3 words. It's comprised of 3 words, ba, kha and lam. So they say to us, فِي حَيَاةِ الْبَخِيلِ بَلَاءٌ وفي أشيائه خربان وعليه لعنة. What that means basically, in the life of a miser, you'll see there'll be difficulties. His things will become dysfunctional and he will become the curse of people. فَمَا فِي النَّارِ لِلظَّمْآنِ مَاءُ. Just as the fire cannot quench your thirst, likewise to expect any good from him is impossible. وَرِزْقُكَ لَيْسَ يَنْقُصُهُ التَّأَنِّي وَلَيْسَ يَزِيدُ فِي الرِّزْقِ الْعَنَاءُ. Do not overexert yourself, because what has been ordained for you will come your way. Do not overexert yourself. وَلَا حُسْنٌ يَدُومُ وَلَا سُرُورٌ وَلَا بُؤْسٌ عَلَيْكَ وَلَا رَخَاءٌ. No condition of this world is permanent. If you are in joy, rest assured it will turn. Just as the seasons of this world will turn, so will the emotions fluctuate. It will be happiness, it will be sad, it will be adversity, it will be prosperity. إِذَا مَا كُنْتَ ذَا قَلْبٍ قَنُوعٍ فَأَنْتَ وَمَالِكُ الدُّنْيَا سَوَاءُ. If you can create within yourself contentment, then you walk out of this gathering as the king of the world. And how do we get contentment? Three things. Number one, لَا تَتَفَكَّرْ فِي فَقْرٍ. Don't think the day I don't have. Number two, لَا تَتَفَكَّرْ فِي ظُلْمِ مَنْ ظَلَمَكَ. Don't dwell on those that have harmed you in any way. And number three, لَا تَتَفَكَّرْ فِي طُولِ الْبَقَى. Do not become ambitious in this world, and that's the way you will move forward. Somebody said it nicely. We say, I forgive, but I cannot forget. They say to tell someone, I forgive, but I cannot forget, is just another way of saying I cannot forgive. It's just another way of saying I cannot. So learn to forgive and forget. And then he goes on to say, and how beautiful to wrap up, we come to the close. Like my sister alluded, there's no guarantee of life to come ahead. وَمَنْ نَزَلَتْ بِسَاحَتِهِ الْمَنَايَا فَلَا أَرْضٌ تَقِيهِ وَلَا سَمَاءُ وَأَرْضُ اللَّهِ وَاسِعَةٌ لَكِنْ إِذَا نَزَلَ الْقَضَى ضَاقَ الْفِضَى دَعِ الْأَيَّامَ تَغْدِرُ كُلَّ حِينٍ فَمَا يُغْنِي عَنِ الْمَوْتِ الدَّوَاءُ. He brings it to the conclusion that death is inevitable. And that is the reality that's going to come our way. And he says the land of Allah is very vast. The earth of Allah is very vast. But when the angel of death knocks your door, the very vast land of Allah becomes narrow. فَمَا يُغْنِي عَنِ الْمَوْتِ الدَّوَاءُ. No painkiller can reduce the agony of death other than preparation for death. And the last words I leave you with is, one Salma ibn Dinar, Abu Hazim was asked, give us some advice, give us some advice. And it was asked to him after a lengthy discourse and a seminar had taken place. And he gave a profound answer. He said, إِن كُنْتَ مِنْ أَهْلِ الْإِسْتِجَابَةِ فَقَدْ قُلْتُ لَكَ مَا فِيهِ الْكِفَايَةِ وَإِن لَمْ تَكُنْ مِنْ أَهْلِ الْإِسْتِجَابَةِ فَمَا يَنْبَغِي لِي أَنْ أَرْمِيَ عَنْ قَوْسٍ لَيْسَ لَهَا وَتْرٌ. If you are a nation that responds positive, then adequate has been disseminated to you. And if you are not a people who respond positive, then why should I empty my quiver from all the arrows when I'm not hitting target? May Allah inspire us.
Next, we'd like to call upon Shaykh Habib Almula to the stage.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الحمد لله الذي بنعمته تتم الصالحات.
Said that praise be to the one that through his grace that blessings are completed.
والصلاة والسلام على الرحمة المهداة وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه.
And he sends peace and blessings upon the sweet great gift of mercy and upon his family and companions.
سأرجع إلى الشرق بمشيئة الله.
I'm going to return to the east by the power of Allah.
وسأقول لقومي هناك.
And I'm going to say to my people there,
كنت أسمع وأنا متجه إلى الغرب كثيرا من الساسة هناك يخافون على بلادهم من المسلمين المتدينين.
and that I will say that I heard while I was on my way here that there was many politicians that were worried about practicing Muslims in these countries.
ويتخوفون من أن يكون هناك منهم ما يهدد حياة الناس.
And that there are people here that are worried about this contingent of Muslims here threatening their way of life.
ولكني وجدت مشايخ الدين هنا يطلبون إنقاذ حياة الناس فيقوم الإمام زيد شاكر ويطلب كلية فتتقدم 10 من الكلى.
But I found that the shuyukh and the teachers here is that they are asking for the opposite. They want to save other people.